Now that you're familiar with all the different bodies that we have and how those energies work in our bodies, I would like to tell you the story of my client who we managed together to solve a very serious problem. My client, a female in her 30s, came to me pregnant in her first trimester. Before this pregnancy, she had a miscarriage, and she came to me after she went to see her doctor because he told her that she probably was about to lose her baby again because it looked like the baby wasn't really developing as it should. When I scanned her body on the physical level, the very first thing that I saw was a thrombus that was in the umbilical cord that went towards the baby. When I looked into the thrombus, I was transported into her youth when she had her first pregnancy and gave birth to her first child. She was in her late teens, and her environment had a very bad reaction to her getting pregnant so early. First, we worked through all the emotions that were connected to that event. And when we were done, I was transported into a previous life of her when she was a grown woman and she had her daughter, also already adult woman, in front of her, and she was dying. So basically, a scene was shown to me where her daughter died right in front of her. Losing her child right in front of her, even though it was an adult woman, was so painful and devastating that it somehow put an energetic imprint into her energy field. So we worked through that. We worked through the emotions of loss, of pain, of all this suffering. And when I scanned her again, her body, I didn't see the thrombus anymore. Amazing, it was gone, and her energetic body was just thriving. It was showing itself to me with all those different colors, and it was just like lit up. Her energy field was completely free. But then after 2 days or so, she called me out and said, "Natalia, I was bleeding," telling me practically that she thought she was having a miscarriage. But looking into her superficially, I could still feel the soul of her baby. A few days after that, she called me up again and said, "Natalia, I just went to see my doctor and he said my baby is doing great. My baby is healthy and well." So what happened here? There are 5 phenomenal insights that we can take away from this example. Insight number 1. Every single problem has a physical cause and an energetic cause. In this case, the energetic cause for her miscarriages was the thrombus. No doctor could see that. They didn't know why this was happening. They couldn't find it, but it was visible in the energetic field, like in her physical body, but doctors couldn't see it just yet. And there was an energetic reason for her problem, namely the pain and the programming that got installed in one of her previous lifetimes. Insight number 2, every problem fulfills a purpose. Her not being able to bring a pregnancy full term had the purpose of not going through the pain again, because in one of her previous lifetimes, she lost her child when the child was already ready, finished, right? It was already an adult person. It sounds crazy, but this is how our subconscious works. We put certain programming into our energy fields that don't necessarily make sense, but they happen because there was a severe emotional point somewhere, either in our childhood or in one of our previous lives or in a few of them. By realizing the purpose of a problem, like your health problems or your money problems or your relationships problems, by realizing the purpose of it and then solving the purpose, the problem will have to disappear. Insight number 3, if you release the emotional pain, the mental programming will go away. The protective mechanism will go away. So her emotional pain, the emotional wound, was the loss, the despair she felt when she lost her daughter in one of her previous lifetimes, right? And the mental programming was the intention that she put herself into her energetic field. The emotional wound and the mental programming go hand in hand. And when we dissolve one, there is no reason for the next one, because the purpose, the purpose for the mental program isn't there any longer. Insight number 4, your body always follows the energy. What we did here, we didn't change anything in her body, right? We worked purely on her emotions and her mental programming. And when we did that, she just bled the thrombus out the very next day, and the baby could get all the nutrients that it needed in order to develop properly. Your body will always follow your energy. And insight number 5, all problems are visible in the energetic field. We are 99.99999% energy and only 0.00001% body. When we learn to look deeper into an energetic body and work from there, we will have much more productive, much greater tools to deal with our problems, to dissolve mental programming, in order to have a happy, healthy life. So let's reiterate. Insight number 1, there's always a physical cause and an energetic cause, even if nobody sees it. There are still some people who can. Insight number 2, a problem always fulfills a purpose. In order to dissolve a problem, you need to understand the purpose. Insight number 3, if you release the emotional wound, the mental programming will go away by itself. Insight number 4, your body always follows your energy. When we work on our energetic field, our body will have to align to that energy field, because we are predominantly energy and only a tiny little bit physical body. And this leads us to insight number 5. Everything starts in our energy body first and only then goes into our physical body. So why wouldn't it make sense to work on our energy? I'm a firm believer that we should work on both levels, on the energetic level and on the physical level, because we are energy beings that are living through our bodies, and that's why it's so paramount to work on both levels at the same time. But do not forget that your energy field outweighs your physical body.